Hi everyone, my name is Christy Abrams and I'm the Hard of Hearing Specialist with the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing. Getting into the holiday spirit isn't always easy for those of us who have hearing loss. Gatherings of family, friends, and coworkers can actually be quite stressful. With hearing loss, following a group conversation is often impossible. Hearing requires tons of brain power, and feeling disconnected from the conversation may cause a sense of sadness and loneliness. We experience listening fatigue, and this leads to frustration and strain for us as well as the people who care about us. So, if you're coping with hearing loss, I'm right there with you. Here's a few tips. Be brave and join in the festivities. Acknowledge that your hearing loss is a challenge. Research as much as possible and realize you're not alone, and there are amazing resources out there like our website at ACDHH. If you're hosting, think of the environment. Good lighting helps. When hard of hearing people see better, they hear better. Proper lighting helps us to observe body language cues as well as lip reading. Contemplate the acoustics of a room. Pick a location with upholstered furniture, carpets, or drapes. This reduces echoes and makes it easier to understand conversations. Consider the background noise. Turn down or turn off the music for short breaks. Be mindful of seating. Is there someone familiar to sit next to that might be easier to hear? Having a close, familiar person to recap the occasional question, topic, or answer helps connect us to the conversation. One thing that I find really helpful when asking for clarification is to say, will you rephrase that? Rephrasing things or giving additional clues really helps. Make the most of the season and the time with your family, friends, and co-workers. Do the best that you can. Relax and enjoy the merriments.
Communication issues happen year-round, not just during the holidays. They can be family gatherings, birthday parties, any kind of event. So here are some tips that hearing people can use when they interact with those who are deaf-blind that they can benefit from year-round and for any gathering. When you meet a deaf-blind individual for the first time, there's one of two ways that you can use to get their attention, and it depends on their vision loss. If they're completely deaf-blind, then you can lightly touch them on the arm to get their attention. If they have some vision or are low vision, you can get in their field of vision so that they can see you, and you can lightly touch them and make sure they can see you and proceed. Never tap them on the back because deafblind individuals can't see back there. If you have no experience interacting with an individual who's deafblind, it's okay. Ask them, what is the best way to communicate with you? And they will let you know. Always identify yourself first with your first name or your sign name so that they know who you are. Never just start chatting with them without letting them know who you are. Remember that deafblind individuals cannot see your face or facial expressions when they're chatting with you. So for example, if you're shaking your head no from side to side, you need to fingerspell no to let them know that you're shaking your head from side to side to indicate no. If you meet a deafblind person who tends to use tactile, they will position their hands up like this to show that they're ready to start a conversation. Never grab their hands to start chatting with them. If a deafblind individual asks you to be their guide, the appropriate way to do that is to position your arm like this, and the deafblind individual will put their hand on top of your arm. Don't grab them. For a deafblind individual who has some vision or has low vision, ask them if they prefer if you were to wear dark, blue, or black colors because it's easier on their eyes. If the deafblind individual is eating, please do not disturb them. Wait until they're done eating, they clean their hands, and then you can chat with them. If you have to leave their side as their guide, please inform them first. For example, you can let them know, I need to go to the bathroom and I'll be back. Never just leave the deafblind individual without letting them know, because they'll be disoriented. If you're chatting with a deafblind individual who has low vision or some vision, it'd be nice to make them feel inclusive. So what you could do is explain the environment, what's going on around them. Communication often requires a lot of attention, and the chatting can be extensive, so make sure you're rested and prepared and ready to go. Lastly, for deafblind individuals, please don't make decisions for them or tell them what to do. They will let you know how you can help. Thank you. Hi there. Do you have a deaf family member or a deaf friend or a deaf coworker that you want to invite to a party, a gathering, or some type of event? And you want to know what to do so that they don't feel left out and they can feel included? Well, I have some tips to communication that will help them feel included. If you want to get a deaf person's attention, you can lightly tap them on the shoulder, or you can wave in front of their face like this, or you can flash the lights. Always maintain face-to-face eye contact, and make sure that the lighting is bright and that the background lighting is also adequate and everyone can see each other from both perspectives. Make sure there's a good distance so that you can communicate. If you're signing, you can see each other's face, body, and facial expressions. If they choose to lip read, make sure you do so in a slow manner. Don't mumble or yell. And you can write back and forth if you choose to make sure that everyone's understanding. And also, you can repeat sentences to make sure that you both are clear and understanding. You can draw pictures as well, or use visual aids to help make sure the communication is smooth. Be patient, be relaxed, and remember each individual has their preferred method of how to communicate with you. And they can advise you how to improve the communication between the two of you. Take advantage of technology too. We have phones where you can text back and forth, the use of tablets, computers, and other items. The important thing is to relax, enjoy, and have fun.